Hi, I'm Kate Brooks with A Future and a Hope. My husband and I moved to Kenya with our family 7 years ago, and we came here on our own just to try to help and meet needs of people in a nation that we knew was struggling. And so one of the things we've done is we've opened our home to orphans. So we have 9 orphan girls who live in our home, and we try to be mom and dad to them and just be family to them. It's a little different than the average orphanage because we aren't taking in more children. We're just family. We're a big, happy family. So I'm mom to 14 kids, and it's fun, trust me. We also have a home for boys where we have Kenyan mom and dad, and they're mom and dad to some orphan boys. We have 5 orphan boys there, and they're also just like a family, and the mom and dad there love those kids just like their own as well. So then they have their biological children, so together with them. We also have a home where we put teenagers who are pregnant. Maybe they were raped and their parents are trying to kill them or whatever, because there's a big taboo about all that. So we just rescue them temporarily until they have their babies, and then we try to place them back into their families, integrate them back into their families if it's safe. And so that's another thing we do. And we also work in the community here in Nakuru. We have a support group, an HIV support group of 100 people, and then we try to help people who have AIDS, and I call it orphan prevention actually, where we go in and we try to feed families who like if we find bedridden people and really sick people, we give them the money they need to go to the hospital, and we actually don't give them cash. We will take them to the hospital and pay for the hospital and get them medicine and get them food. If they're sleeping on the floor, we try to buy them blankets and beds and mattresses, things like that. So hopefully we can get them healthy enough so that they don't die on us and leave orphans. So some of the things we do, and that's why we're here in Kenya. And while we deal with people in the slums, there is a huge need for menstrual cups, and that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you about today. One of the things that we see are people who have such little money. They literally make $1 a day or less. Some people make less than $1 a day, and it's really difficult for them to buy just the basic necessities, just food, shelter. Some of them don't even have clothes. I mean, they have what we call wash and wear. They take them off, the clothes they're wearing, they wash them, hang them to dry in the sun while they stand there naked, and then put the clothes back on as soon as they're dry. I mean, it's that desperate. So buying feminine hygiene products is actually impossible. So some of these women use rags. They'll take blankets or any clothing that they can find, anything that they can find, and just stick in their underwear and use that when they're on their periods. We also see some women who will buy cotton wool. It's just plain old cotton, like the cotton balls you see. Just like that, only on the roll, and they'll just pull that off and stick that in their underwear when they're on their periods, which is obviously not very effective at all. So one of the things I'm trying to do is bring menstrual cups as an option for some of these women, and so far I've distributed like maybe 20 cups, and it's very successful for the women that I've distributed them to. My teenage girls, they are using them. I have at least 5 girls who are using them, plus one of the ladies who helps me here. She's using a cup, and a friend of mine and some other ladies we've distributed them to and are very, very happy to have the cups that I have given out. It's been a huge blessing. A cup is obviously a wonderful thing because it's a one-time, you don't have to throw it away and buy another one. It's not disposable, so it's reusable, and they can have it for the rest of their lives, which is a wonderful thing. And also, there's huge issues with trash. The trash here is not picked up like it is in America or in other, more developed countries. It is picked up in some areas of Nakuru, but down in the slums and in the more middle-class areas, it is not picked up like it is like in America. So people just throw their waste, everything. They just throw it in the streets, or they burn it, but dogs get to it and dig the pads out in the blood and stuff, and it's just very unhygienic, and it gets in the open sewers. And so a menstrual cup would also change our planet and keep all those pads and tampons out of Kenya, out of the environment, which is also a very wonderful thing. So just trying to give you a little glimpse inside what it's like in Africa and why there's a need for menstrual cups here. And perhaps you can have a little compassion on these women and think about it. Maybe one day visit, or maybe one day spread the word about menstrual cups to these ladies and try to help me, because that's what I'm trying to do.